welcome back to Latte Hour. So today, jumping right into the topic, I wanted to know, what skill are you bringing into the apocalypse? Not that we're living in end times, but things are getting kind of wild. And so just a little backstory, I became sort of a mini prepper back in 2020. We all know what happened then. And ever since then, I've always had, a little, not crazy amounts of things on hand, but just a little bit of everything on hand in case anything were to happen. But as times continue to kind of seem a little bit more volatile, I guess, I thought about what skill am I bringing into the apocalypse, or even what thing can I manufacture from raw materials. And so as far as skill set, I definitely like to look to electronics. I like to do that. But as far as manufacturing, I've made it a point to learn how to make a water filter from scratch. And I think that's really important. I don't know if you guys are into mediums or fortune or future tellers or whatever they call them, but they do suggest that our water is either currently being attacked or will be attacked in the future. And so that is something that I have learned how to do. And just an aside, I don't know if any of you guys had ever had a Berkey water filter, but those have been discontinued because of an EPA, I guess, stoppage. I don't know if that's what you would call it, but it just seemed really ridiculous. But yeah, so that does, in my opinion, this is just in my opinion, seem like that's the beginning of an attack on our water supply, because the reason for the stoppage just didn't make a lot of sense. It just seemed like something that, you could allow the company to fix the verbiage and move on. But that's not what happened. So for that reason, and the reason that the mediums were saying, I've definitely decided to figure out how to make a water filter from scratch. But everybody can't have the same skills, so if we do go through any more volatile times that are worse than what we're in now, it'd be great to be in the community and see who has what skill, who's going to be the doctor, who's going to be the, and it'd be great if you had like a trained doctor in your group. But if you don't, what medical skill are you going to bring to the group? Or do you make fuel from scratch? What can you make from scratch that will kind of supplement the luxuries that we have today to somehow make your life easier in that time? And so yeah, and I'm kind of one of those people where my motto is, if I complain, then I change. And so seeing the times and complaining about the times, then the change that I need to make is to prepare myself to be a little more, as a lot of homesteaders will say, self-sufficient. And so I would encourage everyone to learn a new skill, or learn what you're going to be able to manufacture from raw materials, especially herbal medicines. That's another thing that I think will be valuable in your communities that you land in these times. And so yeah, and I know there's always going to be those folks that believe in the hierarchy and kind of want to assign people to do this, assign people to do that. But I think in those times we won't have any white collar workers that we really want to pay attention to, or be under or be given direction by. It's really going to be like, what are you bringing to the table? So everybody needs to bring something to the table. I don't believe there'll be this delineation between white collar and blue collar during that time, you know. So just putting that out there for people to prepare for that. And I know there's a lot of YouTubers that no longer live in the country, and I respect that, and they're giving suggestions and ideas. But if you are still in the US, take their advice with a grain of salt, but really, really think about what you're gonna do, because if you choose to stay, that will be the situation you're in. And so think about that. But yeah, that is kind of what I wanted to encourage everyone to do today. During this latte hour, is to start researching what you want to manufacture from scratch, or what skill set that you want to bring to your community group that you land in, should there be apocalyptic times. So anyways, hope not. Let's hope we stay on the best positive timeline, and enjoy your latte. Bye now.